Hello everyone! Today we're going to make this card. This is going to actually be an Easter card. I figured I'd get an early start on that, and I'm going to be making this card with my stamp club in March. Now I got the idea for this card from page 90 of the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. This is their version of it, and I changed it up just a little bit. As you see, I've got different ribbon. Put the button on another side. I didn't put take care on this because it's going to be an Easter card instead of like a, I'm thinking this is some kind of get well soon kind of card that they've done in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. But this is my version of it, and let's get started. Oh, and also this is the inside of it. You see it says Happy Easter in the center. It's got some eggs on the corner. It's pretty simple on the inside. This is actually relatively simple, so let's get started. Alright, so what we're going to start with is our bits and pieces that we're going to be using. We're going to use a piece of gumball green cardstock, and this is cut at 11 by 4 1/4 and scored at 5 1/2. We are also going to be using a piece of soft suede, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. A piece of Whisper White, and this is cut at 3 5/8 by 5. And another piece of Whisper White cut at 3 3/4 by 5. Alright, now I also took 12 strips that measure 4 inches long by 1/8 of an inch of the soft suede. So this is what we're going to use to make our little nest like you saw on the front. Alright, and this is a piece of the gumball green satin stitched ribbon, or stitched satin ribbon, and this measures about 6 inches long. I'm going to use a Designer Naturals button, one of the brown ones, and I just tied a piece of twine into a little knot on the front of it. And I actually already cut this out. I stamped this down using the Take Care stamp set, the little eggs. I stamped it down in Baja Breeze ink, and I just freehand cut around the eggs, and that'll go on top of the nest. And the other stamp set we're using is the Teeny Tiny Wishes stamp set, and we're going to be using the Happy Easter for that. Okay, so using your 3 5/8 by 5 inch piece of Whisper White cardstock, you're going to ink this stamp up. It's that adorable branch stamp from the Take Care set, and you're going to ink it up in some soft suede. Then you're going to take a Q-tip, and I've shown you this before, and you're just going to remove the ink from those leaves using a tip of the Q-tip. And then you're going to color them in using the Old Olive Stampin' Write marker. Okay. And just make sure that that soft suede is still moist on your card, or on your stamp. And you're just going to give it a little huff with your breath. Pick where you want to put that branch and stamp it down. Perfect. Love it. Then you're going to take the nest stamp, which looks like that, and ink that up in the soft suede and stamp it down. Okay, now we're going to put the ribbon on towards the bottom, and what I've done with the ribbon is I've put some sticky strip, a little bit on each end and a little strip through the middle. So my suggestion is that you adhere this piece to your soft suede piece and those two pieces to your gumball green piece before you put your nest on and your button on, because otherwise you're going to have a heck of a time trying to put adhesive on the back of the Whisper White piece. Like that. Perfect. Looking good. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and adhere our button. And I'm using a glue dot for that. Just put it on wherever you want it. With these strips, you're just going to kind of rough them up, beat them up a little bit, get them all bunched up and messy. You're just going to kind of ball them up. And then I just rolled them in my hands. And I kind of nested them up a little bit like that. Now, like I said, you're going to have to work with it a little bit because you're going to have some that are going to break free. And you'll kind of have to tuck them in on each other a little bit. Crinkle them up in your hand. And roll them into another ball. And hopefully you've got a nest when you're done with it. Okay, so you've got your nest, and then what you're going to do is take a little bit of adhesive and put it on your stamped nest. And you're just going to get your nest up on, perch your nest, or whatever, up on top of that little bit of adhesive. Then you're going to take your little eggs that you cut out, your little bunch of eggs, and using a little dimensional, you're going to put the dimensional on the back, and then you'll just put your eggs in your nest. Okay. So then take that piece of 3 3/4 by 5" Whisper White, and using your Baja Breeze and those eggs, the little egg stamp, I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to do this where I can see it, but you'll do it at the bottom right-hand corner of that piece. Alright, so then just stamp 3 times with those eggs. And you can reposition the eggs if you want. So then it'll look like that. Cute. Then you're going to take your Gumball Green ink pad and your Baja Breeze, and you're going to take your Happy Easter stamp from the Teeny Tiny Wish stamp set. And again, I'm going to turn this towards myself so I can see it a little easier. Okay, and you're going to ink your Happy Easter stamp up first in the Baja Breeze, and then rock and roll it in the Gumball Green. Cute. How cute is that? You'll put some adhesive on the back of that and adhere it to the inside of your card. Just like that. Okay, and that's how it looks. How cute is that? That is the outside. That's the inside. I hope you enjoy it, and until next time, happy stamping!